What is going on, guys? Sir Lewis here with a massive Toshi update. This is a massive one because we just had the weekly close for Bitcoin and the markets, and I'm going to show you here on each time frame. We're going to go down from the monthly, work our way to the weekly and the daily, and I'm going to give you guys an in-depth. You guys know my videos are in-depth technical analysis, okay, like you never seen before. So we're going to get deep here into Toshi. I'm going to show you guys if I'm bullish, if I'm bearish, your support levels, if we do pull back more. Okay, and before that, I just want to share this with you guys because this wallet I think is going to be amazing when it comes out, the Trezor Safe 7. If you guys are holding Toshi, do not be holding it on a hot wallet, okay, like Solana, like a Phantom, unless you have it connected to Ledger or a cold storage wallet. You want to be holding in a cold storage wallet where you physically have to click it to basically send it or receive, right, or scan a QR code or something. And the Trezor Safe 7, when it comes out, which is going to be November 23rd, I think is going to be the best wallet. It's 100% open source. The user interface is amazing. The Trezor suite is amazing to have an app. I just think it's gonna be the best. I have my first impressions video here. I already pre-ordered it. If you guys want to check it out, you can use my link. If you use my link to pre-order it, it'll help out the channel a lot. And if you pre-order before the 23rd of November, you'll get the free wireless charger that comes with it. Okay, so just check it out. If you guys want a good, secure wallet that's open source, check it out. You can check out my video first, and I'll be having a video once it comes out, a complete review video on the Trezor Safe 7, because that's where you want to hold Toshi, okay, or other coins, because you have full support of it, and it's not like a hot wallet where your seed phrase is stored online, okay? So definitely check it out. So Toshi, you can see right here on the monthly, this was a massive retest on the monthly to that 0.5 Fibonacci, right? And I've been having this Fibonacci, which also helps us see some of the possible all-time highs here that Toshi can hit. But you can see this, let me move it right here a little bit more, right there. You can see how that 0.5 right there was a massive point of control for Toshi, where we basically continue this momentum to the upside, right? But this was a massive retest on this monthly. So this is bullish, right? These retests, we can't keep going up for up only. The good thing here too is that we had the biggest crypto crash ever. The market came down a lot, and Toshi, it's still at this big point of control. Right, Toshi is not like a pump and dump where we just, you know, crash out. Now, yeah, we did have this huge wick, right? We had that wick to the 618, liquidating a bunch of people in this zone, right, for leverage traders. But one thing, like I said all the time, the closing is everything. You can wick down here, but we went back up. We closed here. Yes, we're pulling back massively here, but it doesn't mean we're going down to these levels. Okay, it does not mean we're dumping down to those levels unless Bitcoin breaks 100K possibly. As of right now, Bitcoin, you know, holding the 50 weekly on the week, closing above it, is bullish, and I would expect Toshi to hold this level and possibly be the bottom as long as Bitcoin continues to hold that 50 weekly, which is around 103K right now. Okay, so we're looking, and this is why I bought a lot on this pullback here, because the probability is we do get at least a bounce here. If we lose this level, most likely we'll come down to your next support is 00044, and then if we lose that, there's a big chance we do revisit that 618. Okay, but the only thing for this to happen, we'd have to have a scenario where Bitcoin breaks below 96K or so. Okay, if that were to happen, we can come down here, revisit the 618, and we would still technically be bullish on Toshi if we're holding up this level and not putting in a lower low. Okay, and I know it'll be like everyone will be, I mean, everyone right now is already bearish. The bearish sentiment is so big right now. But when you look at the big picture, Toshi is still in this massive uptrend. It's still in this massive uptrend, just retesting significant Fibonacci levels. Now let's look here, let's zoom in here on the weekly, right? Because we just had the weekly close. And the good thing here, like I said, the closing is everything. You see how we wick this week? We wick below that 0.5 Fibonacci. But we come back up, just like Bitcoin came back up over 103K, and we close above it. That's good. That's very, very bullish. If we were to close below that, that's a signal that there's more downside. This is a signal that we're probably moving to the upside, unless we get a big resistance point here, and then we have a big dump, right? But at the moment, we're looking pretty good here. Okay, on top of that too, we're resetting that weekly stochastic. So we've never been this oversold for Toshi. I mean, ever since right here, okay? Look, we're getting into extremely oversold territory for Toshi, and last time that we were around here in the 618 right here. So I would say this is yeah, I mean, I would say this is bullish divergence because we're possibly putting in a higher low, right? Higher low, but on stochastic you can clearly see a lower low. That is bullish divergence that it might take a while to play out, but eventually we're going to have a massive move to the upside once this plays out here, right? Again, it's not going to play out next week or something, but we're setting ourselves up for a massive pump for Toshi very, very soon. Okay, so overall, I think this is a buy the dip scenario. Yes, we can. There's a probability we can lose this, but I would say there's a higher probability we do hold this level, put in the higher low, and move to the upside, or at least get a pump. Right? You can buy and take profits here if you move up here and you're feeling a little iffy on another move to the downside. Okay, you can also see right here. Let's put the moving averages. Right now on the weekly, we're trying to break over that 50 week, right? So the 50 week here is where resistance is for Toshi. And if the market continues to move up, I believe Toshi will break above this. If we get a closing above the 50 week, that's bullish. If it's below, that's a signal that we can retest that 0.5 this or next week. So the 50 weekly right there for Toshi is pretty important. Now, we're still, short term, we're kind of bearish. We're still in this downtrend because we lost that 21 and 25. So the 21 and 25 on the weekly is very important for Toshi. We were holding this like a beast, right? Boom, right there, boom, and then we lost it right here. So your resistance point is that 25 MA around 00063, 00066. We're probably going to get some resistance there if we're bullish, right? We pull back and put in a higher low and then break it if we're bullish. But short term, I'm bullish because I can see us pumping up there. Medium term, when we do hit that, I'm bearish because I see some resistance around that 21 and 25 MA on the weekly. Okay. And let's move here on the daily. Let's see how we're looking here on the daily. I'm also liking how the daily is looking, right? We're kind of getting like a nice rounded bottom here on the daily, looking to break out. So like I said, we're going to have a massive breakout here very soon to test that 21.25 MA on the weekly. And on the daily too, it's around near the same targets, right? 66, 65, the 200 MA is around 62. So right now, the Toshi's not looking too bad, even for like a leverage trade to this level right here, that's 62 to 66, possibly being resistance here. You see that? So I'm liking Toshi. I think this is a buy the dip scenario. And I believe there's a big probability we have bottomed here. If you look here on the monthly, there's a big probability. The key thing here, guys, is we got 20 days left. If we get a monthly close below that 0.5, right? So I would say below 00050. If you get a close below that on the monthly, then yeah, we're probably gonna go down and retest the 618, which is around 00036. So the monthly close is gonna be big. But we can definitely, if we have a, if we have a move up here, which we very well can, to 00060, close around there, here somewhere, I would say that's super bullish right there. And we can have, continuation here to the upside. So overall, I'm bullish. Long term, I can see Toshi possibly in 2026 hitting 0053 to even 0076. Okay, this could be the all-time high for Toshi. I'm going to keep you guys updated on the way there, of course. But yeah, bullish on Toshi. I think this coin can make life-changing money, honestly. And along the way, if you want to, you have to storage it in a cold storage wallet. It's the safest way. You have 100% self-custody. And check out Trezor Safe 7. I think it's going to be the best crypto wallet. I wouldn't be talking to you about it if I wasn't bullish on it. Okay, basically being secure, have a good user interface. I think it's going to be a great wallet. So check it out. It's in the description. The link should be in the description. I'll probably put it in the pinned comment too. But love you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.